What's up, chefs? Welcome back for another episode. This week we're doing something so simple it is easy as 1, 2, 3. That's right, we are making shortbread cookies all by ratio. It is 1 part sugar, 2 parts fat, and 3 parts flour, and that is it. If you follow that, you're gonna have a really awesome shortbread cookie that's gonna look something like this. Just simple, little sugar on top, very delicious, goes great with milk or tea. So if you're like me and you don't have that much experience in baking, this is a great recipe to start off on. It's as easy, like I said, as 1, 2, 3. So let's get started. Like I said before, these cookies are as easy as 1, 2, 3. All you really need is sugar, butter, and some flour, and that is all. You're gonna have a really awesome classic cookie. You're gonna start with 6 ounces of flour or a cup and a half. Go ahead and give that a sift if you like. Then you're gonna need a whole stick of butter or 4 ounces of unsalted butter, and just make sure that butter is nice and soft. Room temperature would be perfect. Follow that up with 2 ounces of sugar or 4.5 tablespoons if you like. A stand mixer will make the cookie making process so much easier. First thing you want to do is add your sugar to your bowl. You're going to want to make sure your bowl is actually attached to your mixer before you use it. Go ahead and drop in all your butter. Then with either the paddle or the whisk attachment, you're going to go ahead and cream your butter and sugar together. You want to whisk it long enough so it starts looking light and fluffy and gets a little bit lighter in color. About 2 to 3 minutes would be good. Now that our butter is creamed, it's time to start adding our flour. But we don't want to add it all in one time, or else we're going to overwork the gluten and we're going to get a cookie that we just don't like. So we're going to add it in 3 separate stages. We're going to mix it till it's just barely combined before we add more. And don't forget to have a rubber spatula handy, so in between adding flour you can scrape down the sides to make sure nothing is left behind and everything is going into these delicious cookies. Now that our dough is done, we can shape our cookies. I made mine about the size of a silver dollar and about 1/4 of an inch thick. We're going to cook those in an oven that's been preheated to 350 degrees and cook those for 15 minutes. And in the meantime, we can start on our other cookies. We are making these cookies the exact same way. The only difference, I'm using the zest of 1 lemon, and instead of 6 full ounces of flour, I'm using 4 ounces of flour and 2 ounces of fine polenta. I'm also going to be toasting 1 cup of pepitas so we can make some nice candied pepitas to top our shortbread cookies. Once your pepitas start getting some good color on them and start smelling really nice, you can go ahead and set them aside. Now, using the same pan that we just used, we're going to take 1 cup of sugar and we're going to caramelize it. Once our sugar has been caramelized, we can go ahead and add those pepitas back in, give it a stir, add a little sea salt or some kosher salt, and then we're going to put it onto some parchment paper or wax paper. Let it cool down, and it'll have something that looks just like this. For our second batch of cookies, I decided to make these just a little bit smaller with just a small thumbprint in them, and I believe our other cookies are about to come out of the oven. Make sure you have a cooling rack standing by for when your cookies do come out of the oven, and as soon as they come out, you can sprinkle some sugar on the top if you like, and after about a minute on the tray, go ahead and take them off, put them on the cooling rack, and as soon as they're finished cooling, you can enjoy them. Our second batch of cookies are now done cooking, and we're going to go ahead and put our candied pepitas right on top, right dead center, and we're going to let these cool off so we can enjoy them. And there you have it. That is a very simple recipe to make really awesome classic cookies, shortbread cookies. Just remember that 1, 2, 3 ratio, 1 part sugar, 2 parts fat, and 3 parts flour. You can go ahead and enjoy these with a nice glass of milk or a nice hot cup of tea. Thank you guys so much for watching this. Be sure to check out my other content on my channel. I have videos uploaded weekly. And don't forget to hit that like button, the bell for notifications, and of course, don't forget to subscribe.